Hey, see, it's Kat. This will be my last video for the day. Phew, I think I've made 5 videos. Maybe 6. I'm not sure. I'm losing count at this point. Anyway, this is my second installment from my meetup with Jenny and Dave B-Sides. Also, our trip to Nashville. We had such a wonderful time. We ended up going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was I'm sorry, not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Country Music Hall of Fame. I apologize. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is up here in in Cleveland, and Nashville, of course, has the Country Music Hall of Fame. What was I thinking? Anyway, Country Music Hall of Fame. I think I posted 90 pictures from there, and I'm not joking, on my Facebook. Please go check those out. Little flyer from there. While I was there, I'm missing a record. I'm missing my Loretta Lynn record. I picked up Jack White's Loretta Lynn record. And I will show it to you. Oh, I have it. It's right here. And I got this at the Country Music Hall of Fame, which is kind of funny because we ended up going to Third Man Records, which I showed in my last video. And I could have really got it there, but it was actually cheaper at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, or Country Music Hall of Fame. I keep saying Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I apologize. But there's the little label, got Third Man Record on it. Comes with a little insert picture. We also stopped at this little place. Yes, that is General Lee. It's called Cooter's Garage, and it is a museum and gift shop for the Dukes of Hazzard. And that was the funnest place. I loved the Dukes of Hazzard when I was growing up. And this place was so amazing. They had any and everything you could imagine Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, they even had a bedroom set up with all the memorabilia, blankets, pillowcases, pictures, posters, lunch boxes, whatever. Set up with all that stuff in it. They had the General Lee there, which we did take pictures, also posted on Facebook. Daisy's Jeep, Dixie. They had a Roscoe Pico Trains sheriff car. They had Cooter's tow truck. And all kinds of pictures and memorabilia and whatever. If you're ever in Nashville, you do want to go there if you're a Dukes of Hazzard fan, or want to introduce your children to Dukes of Hazzard, or you just think it's great. Anyway, go there. Great place. Small, but full of stuff. The other thing that we did, which is right down the street from there, there's a wax museum there, but the wax museum got flooded about 5 years ago, and they've not replaced any of the things that are inside the wax museum. But outside the wax museum, it's closed, you can't go into it, but outside the wax museum is what they call the Country Music Sidewalk of Fame. And I too posted those pictures on Facebook, and they have everybody from Jim Nabors to Loretta Lynn, to Travis Tritt, to Tracy Byrd, to I don't know, Grandpa Jones. They had everybody. So I took pictures of that stuff too, and those are posted on Facebook if you want to check them out. While we were in Nashville again, we met up with B-Sides, who her real name is Jenny, and her husband Dave. We had a lovely time with them, and they took us to lunch at a place called Loveless Cafe, which was like good down home type food. Um, Cutest little place. It used to be like a motel, like back in the 50s, how they had like the little houses for the hotel rooms. It was like that, and the main house, the big house, was the restaurant. There was quite a few gift shops there that we went through, a little art gallery which we went through as well. Great food. Any and everybody, they had like a wall of fame. Any and everybody has been there. Famous Gene Simmons has been there. Hey, and if Gene Simmons likes it, you know you gotta go there, right? Anyway, so that was really nice. A few things that they brought us in our VCLT, which I showed half of it in my last video. Well, some of the things that they sent us or gave us in the last video. This too. They gave us a little rock and roll patch, which I will be finding something to put this on. And they gave us this little picture frame, which what we're going to do is we took a group photo of all of us, and I'm going to get that printed off and put that in here. So very grateful for Jenny Ann, for her husband Dave. Lovely people, amazing, nice people. If you don't know or haven't watched any of their videos, hers is B-Sides, his is Deadite 83, I do believe, and he has a few videos on his. I do think he's going to be starting to make some other things. I know he does some things with motorcycles, so if you're a motorcycle enthusiast, please check him out. He does also do some things with video, as far as DVDs and that kind of thing, movies and that kind of thing. And from what I understand, he does collect a vinyl as well, so I'm not sure if he'll be making those kind of videos. But if he does, you do want to check him out. He's a great guy, as well as his wife Bea, who could be my sister, actually. We have so much in common, and I just love it. Love her, loved hanging out with them. So a few things that I picked up from McKay's, a place that we went to, a big warehouse. Showed some of that stuff in my last video. Also picked up this, Joyce Newton. I actually might have this, but I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and got it. Back. Triumph. To Pal. And this is not the single, this is the whole album. I normally see To Pal, and it's usually just Heart of Stone, the single. But this is actually a promo edition of the whole album, so I was way excited to get that. I got a couple of these kind of things, compilation records. This one's the K-Tel record. It's called Sound Waves. And it has some good stuff on it, 70s stuff. I got this, Zebra. Corey Hart. I don't think I have this Corey Hart. I have a couple of his, but I'm not sure if I have this one, so I picked it up. Another compilation, High Voltage. This one actually, I think, is the one that has Kiss on it. One that I didn't have by Rick Springfield. And I have most of his stuff. I picked up David Lee Roth. Adam and the Ants, Viva La Rock. This is a single. I had to get it just for the sleeve. I have the record, but I mean, I had to have it just for the sleeve. Angel City. I hear that this is a really good band. My boyfriend likes them. And I want to say Scott Waters has showed this band too, and I'm willing to check it out. Icon. Love that. Y'all know I love this John Clemmer. He's a saxophonist, jazz, or gatefold. There he is playing his little saxophone. I didn't have this one. I have a lot of his, and I've never seen that one. Then Harry Mancini, Atari. I love this movie. It's a John Wayne movie, and I think it's my favorite John Wayne movie. It's not a Western at all. And it's funny. It's great. This is a great movie if you've never seen it. This is a couple of the records that Jenny gave us in our VCLT. I think my boyfriend has the rest of them, but this is a couple that I kept. Jet Boy. And Wes, Bruce, and Lang. Why don't ya? And Jenny recommended this pretty highly, so I'm going to spin it and see what we think. So, we had a good time in Nashville. Surely we'll be going back to visit. I'm sure that they'll be coming our way as well. If you have any comments on anything that I've shown, I'm sorry I flipped through them so quickly. Please do so. Leave it below. Not a subscriber? Subscribe. Love having new subscribers and meeting new people and hanging out and talking. So, that's all I got. I hope life's treating everybody well, and I will talk to y'all soon.